Now that the dust has settled with the layoffs at Microsoft, let's talk about what companies have been affected and what games have been fully canceled. The gaming world is in shock hearing that Microsoft laid off 9,000 employees, and of course, Microsoft being the owners of Xbox, gamers are worried what games have been affected, and it's not really great news. Now, we don't have exact numbers for everything. Like, we know that Ravensoft and High Moon were both affected, but we don't know how many people were actually laid off from those companies. And companies like Turn 10 have lost up to 50% of their staff, and those are the people that are behind the Forza Motorsports games. And some layoffs affected companies so deeply that they've had to cancel full games, like Rare. They were working on Everwild, a game that has now been canceled, and even one of the founders of Rare, who's been there from the beginning, has now quit. This person went through all the golden era of Rare and the worst era since Microsoft took over, and now they're calling it quits. ZeniMax was also affected. They're the ones that are behind the Elder Scrolls Online games, and they were working on a new MMORPG codenamed Blackbird, and that's been canceled too. Now, this one's more of an assumption because the company hasn't confirmed this, but John Romero, who is the guy who helped invent Doom, has also canceled the game that he was working on, and they announced that it's because their main funder has now pulled out, and that it was something that was above their heads that they had no awareness of, and it kind of makes sense that it's Microsoft. But the biggest and most shocking news that people have heard is about The Initiative. The Initiative is a new company that was started to be able to work on Perfect Dark, which was a game that everybody was super excited about. And the layoffs affected them so badly that The Initiative is now shuttering their doors and Perfect Dark is being completely canceled. And we still don't know all the details, so there may be even more things that are happening in the future, but we won't know until everything is completely settled. But the gaming world has been rocked deeply, especially when this is one of the richest companies in the world who's making record profits and they're needing to fire everybody so they can make a few more dollars for a much bigger yacht.